Okay, well, welcome everybody. This is our Saturday Global Building Training Call. I'm John Van Dersen here from sunny Canada. I'd like to welcome all of our impactors, all of our guests from around the world to the call. We've got an exceptional call lined up here for you today. Some great speakers that are just tearing this up on a global basis. And you know what? What I learned a long time ago in the relationship marketing arena, all you have to do is find the people who are getting the results that you want, find out what they're doing, and just copy that. And that's what you're going to be able to do here today. Some great words of wisdom coming your way. So first off, we're just going to touch on a couple things. We're now in 132 countries. We just added the country of Qatar in the last couple days. That's 73 days. We're in 67% of the countries around the world in a matter of just over 10 weeks. Never been done in the marketing industry ever by any company. It's a huge story to tell, and it lets you know you're at the right place with the right people and you've got the right timing. Speaking of the right timing, we put together a brand new video, actually a couple of them this week. We just released our 3-minute sizzle overview intro video yesterday. We're going to be re-recording it, touching it up, the sound quality, a couple of the words in it as well. But we want to play it for everybody here today because when you ask people, do you have 3 minutes to see something spectacular, this is what's going to get the whole process started for you. So, Frank, if you want to play the video quick, that'd be great. People and recognizing that can dramatically change your life. Impact 101 is a registered Canadian company that launched on January 17, 2019. The parent company is a cutting-edge IT company that's been in business since 2011. In just their first 10 weeks, here's the amazing things that Impact 101 has done. Shattered every record for global growth with members already in 132 different countries. That's never been done by any company anywhere. Had over 3.15 million page views. Had nearly 600,000 unique site visits. Had nearly 400,000 unique IP addresses visit the site. The graph of traffic on Alexa shows exactly what a major global movement this is. So what's got people so excited? Impact 101 is a dominant leader in the massive new arena of peer-to-peer crowdfunding. This is a huge new trend. In 2017, it was a $34 billion industry, and by 2025, it's projected to be a $300 billion industry. It's quite possibly the biggest economic shift any of us will see in our lifetime. Impact 101 gives their members all the tools to be able to raise and receive funds for anything you want to raise funds for. Anybody can plug in and grab a big piece of this exciting new arena by using our system. In fact, in just 10 weeks, Impact 101 members have already received over 16,800 donations, totaling over $1.26 million. We have many members around the world who've already received donations in the 5-figure range, and you can be one of them. It's really simple to get started. You choose the donation grids you want to be a part of, and you put the system to work for you. You receive 50% of all donations that come into your grids, and that can get big in a hurry. Not only that, all donations are peer-to-peer, so that means you receive them immediately. There's no company in the middle holding it up or controlling the funds. If you want to receive funds today, you can, and we'll show you exactly how to do it. If you're looking to be part of the fastest growing company in history with the biggest new trend we've ever seen, watch the next video on our 3 Grids to Freedom plan. It'll detail exactly how you can grab a big piece of what's happening and get yourself to where you want to be. Thanks for your time. All right, well, there you go. There's our new 3-minute video. Just so you know, I have to go buy a whole new mic here, so the sound quality will be a little bit better from myself. So we're going to tune that up in the next couple days, make a couple tweaks to it. But here's the bottom line. When you can reach out to someone and say, have you got 3 minutes to see something spectacular? Have you got 3 minutes to see something that'll change your life? If the answer is no, run. If the answer is yes, expose them to what we have there, and I'll tell you, you're going to get results. It will start the whole process. That video and our 3 grids to freedom plan video, they're both up now on the site. They're on the mobile landing pages. They're slated as videos 1 and 2. Use them as your first exposures for people. You'll get great results. Couple other things, if you look at your mobile landing page, you'll see the Vietnamese flag there. If they click on that, they get our original introduction video now in Vietnamese. And you're going to see a couple more Asian languages this week as well. We are on the move big time all over the world. We also added in yesterday the Spanish PowerPoint. If you go to resources in your back office, you're going to see the Spanish PowerPoint right there. That's going to be huge for the North American market and for many Spanish-speaking countries around the world. Last thing I'm going to touch on before we bring up our speakers, we have 2 big calls coming up this week as usual. On Tuesday, we've got 9 o'clock Eastern, and on Wednesday, we've got 4 o'clock Eastern, which keep in mind, the UK sets their clocks ahead tonight. And so that call is therefore going to shift till 9 o'clock UK time this coming week. So with that, let's get to the people that can tell you how to do this and give you the roadmap that you can copy here. We're going to kick this thing off with the number 4 impactor in the world from last week. We're shooting over to the UK, a gal who's just tearing it up. Rebecca Barrett, are you there?
Hello, John. Yeah, I'm here. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Could you share with us your story, why you're so excited, and how you're building this?
Yeah, so I just want to thank you and Frank for inviting me to speak on the call. And yeah, it's just absolutely incredible. So I can't believe we're only on week 10 because it feels like we've been doing it for ages. But yeah, it's just, first, probably everyone knows, but I'm a single parent to 4 children under age 9. So this is my sole income. And before I joined, I was actually really struggling financially and I was facing losing my home. So John actually reached out to me on day 1 and shared Impact 101 with me. And I'm really glad that he did because it's regeneration. And now not only am I able to cover all my monthly outgoings, which are really high, but I also have good disposable income as well. So it enables me to do a lot with my children, like including going on holiday and things like that. So it takes off a lot of pressure from just always handing out money hand over fist all the time. But yeah, I wanted to really talk today about to share the fact that everybody can do this, and also point out that when I started, I didn't have a big network of big leaders to go and call that would immediately go and build huge teams. I started from scratch, and I started to contact people that I know and shared. I follow exactly what John and Joe say on the training call, and I use the tools available. So I share the videos and direct people to the videos, and they know as well that that's all they have to do. So everything we do is duplicatable, so people can copy what we do. And also, I hope it's all right to mention that this week there was some comments in a few of the groups about people struggling to like build a network or grow their network. So I do contact people that I know every day. I do mainly use social media because that's where all my contacts are, but I also connect with people that I don't know each day as well by putting simple posts in groups. So I have spent quite a lot of time doing this over the last few weeks, and what I started to do was I wanted to post in less groups and get a bigger audience on my post. So I shared in the Telegram group and I think in the Facebook group a post, which I think quite a few people have started to use now, and I hope that it's working for them because I think it is. So you can see if you look in there what I've been doing, but it's just immediately connects me to people all across the world that already work from home. So I get some people, some negative people, but majority of people are really receptive, and a lot of people looking for extra income as well.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Rebecca. I mean, you're the master at going out there and just making new contacts anywhere, whirling around and spinning and throwing this out there. And that's really all it is, isn't it? Just sorting, trying to find people like us.
Yeah, I think like I copy and paste, like, you know, message 1, 2, and 3, which again are in the Facebook group. And it stays on the clipboard on my phone. So I just, when I'm messaging people, I'm just doing it really quickly. I can message like a lot of people quick. So yeah, it's good. And I just every day I wake up and I know that my inbox is full, and I just really excited to start each day because I know that I'm going to meet people that want to join. And obviously when you receive a donation, that's a good feeling. So
all right, excellent, Rebecca. I have one last question for you. How many of the donation grids are you in and why?
All right, I'm in 6, the first 6, and I don't know why I'm only in 6, but I think at the moment I've just been spending probably quite a lot of money anyway. But I am going to upgrade into the other 2 at some point. So, but yeah, I wanted to join in the first 6 because that's the most I could do on at that time. But yeah, it's good because I know that if I was stuck in the first grid or the first 2, I wouldn't have got to where I am. So it's because I'm in the higher grids that I've received more donations.
That's exactly it. 6 donation streams are better than 1, aren't they?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Well, we appreciate you sharing, Rebecca. I know that Joshua has typed into the chat. He asked, what is the post that you used this week? So as we move to the next speakers, if there's any chance you could post that in the chat for everybody, we'd sure appreciate it.
All right, I'll try. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Rebecca. We appreciate you sharing with us. Let's head down to the U.S. We've got another powerhouse there that is just tearing this up. Nicole Jackson, could you come on and fill us in? What's got you excited and how are you making it happen?
Well, thank you so much for having me on the call. It was kind of unexpected that you guys would reach out and ask me to share. So thank you for providing this platform. It's been such an amazing thing for me. I share all the time. I decided about 5 years ago that I wanted to make my money online. I wanted to create a lifestyle that had me geographically independent. And so this is something that I'm highly passionate about. Every single thing that I've done in the past 5 years has been great. It helped me to understand marketing, but it wasn't until crowdfunding came into my life that I found the incredible passion. Like, I've never done anything as altruistic, as amazing. I've never done anything as simple. I've never done anything that I've been able to help so many people do in my life. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. So I'm super excited, and I'm super excited to share. What I had done before crowdfunding was something that I was quietly doing online. I was just using paid traffic and marketing online. But when this came into my life, the first person that I enrolled was my son. The second person was my sister. It was people who I love and care about. I knew it was something that they could do. I knew it was something I couldn't hurt them with. And it was just amazing. So I shared with everybody. And so most recently I started to really focus on Facebook. I have a Facebook community full of entrepreneurs. This is before I started even, because I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. So I always had business owners, all sorts of entrepreneurs in my Facebook group. But even something Rebecca posted a few months ago, or yeah, it's been months already now. Even something she posted really triggered me. And it was like, wow, so I started doing a lot more research on marketing on Facebook and how to share. Like I started to go into the groups and things like that. And I actually even, I did a real intensive, and so now I do the exact same thing. I make triggering posts on Facebook, and then I connect with the people who respond, like or respond. So what that means is I'll post, like I've done something that was very overt, but I've also done some very subtle posts as well. So like if money was not an issue, what would you invest in today, right? And then I would have people who would comment on my post, or people who would like my post, and each of those people, I would go into their messenger and communicate with them very conversationally. Hey, thanks for liking my post. I agree. I'd invest in, or I would never, whatever. I would invest in that too. Let me ask you, is this something that's very passionate, you're passionate about? Are you really interested in opening a restaurant? And then they'll say, yes, I've been thinking about it for 10 years, blah, blah, blah. Well, what's stopping you? Or is it the money? And they'll tell me that, of course, they need the money. Well, how much do you need? I ask them to quantify how much they need and how soon do you need it? And then I say, well, listen, what I've been, I'm really passionate about working with people raising money through crowdfunding, and I'll send them my link. I'll ask them if they're interested first and send them my link. And that has been really powerful. Even something as simple as like telling a joke on my page, if somebody likes it, that's a great way into their inbox, like, hey, glad you like my joke. What's going on with you? What are you working on these days? And just a real conversation, like not just, hey, go like my page, join me now. Like that's kind of like people are over it and they can see through it. Nobody wants to be sold, and we're not selling anything anyway. So I just make any kind of post anywhere is an opportunity for me to slide into your DM and start asking you questions, and just having a sincere, honest conversation to find out where you are in life, what is it that you're interested in, and how can I help? So that's what I've been doing. And I'm excited about it. I mean, the stories I get to hear and how I get to share and add value to people's lives has been a blessing for me. So that's what I've been doing.
That's awesome, Nicole. I love your two words, geographically independent.
Absolutely.
Isn't that what we all want to be? I mean, what we do, we can do from anywhere on the planet. And you're so right. It's about building a relationship with people, not just jumping at them the first time anybody responds. Get to know them a little bit, find out what they're looking for in their life, and then show them the solution. Isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah, it's been powerful. And speaking of geographically located, I'm from Michigan. When you said sunny Canada, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say sunny and Canada in the same, same sentence. I'm in sunny Michigan. That doesn't happen really. No, it's cold here in Michigan. But I was able to spend my entire winter in Florida because of crowdfunding, because I was able to do all of my business. I've been able to invite guests right from my RV. I've been traveling RV all through Florida. It was something I've always wanted to do, was be able to travel across the country in an RV, and I've been able to do it because of crowdfunding. So it's super, super exciting.
Beautiful. So when you've got them to the point where they're interested in hearing what you do, how it could solve their problem, how important are the videos to be able to get that message across for you?
Oh, that's a great question, because one of the things is this is such a simple thing to do. Is keeping it simple is the hard part sometimes. So I absolutely don't share anything. I don't say a word. I've got family members that want to choke me because I won't tell them anything. It's like, look, we've got a system for that. There's save yourself time, energy, and money. That's why we use and leverage systems. My time is so valuable. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to say things that is going to help you to conjure up a different idea of what it is that we're actually doing because of the word choices I use. I'm going to use the exact same video that inspired me And I know if I see it, it makes sense to me, that it'll make sense to you, and I can sort and help collect a decision from you from there. So I use it.
Perfect. One last question for you, Nicole. How many of the donation grids are you in and why?
Well, I'm on 7 of the. Why I'm not on the 8th is really the question. I can't wait to get to the 8th level because I'm looking forward to some big $2,400 donations. But yeah, so I'm on the $2,400 grid, and I'm looking forward to having the momentum in our group, that everyone is excited and upgrading, and as everyone is having the success and upgrading, then I'm going to be upgrading too, right to that top level.
That's awesome. I mean, isn't it so much better to have 7 donation streams than 1 or 2?
Absolutely. And it's, is sometimes I'd like to share just to everybody. It's like sometimes you talk to someone and they're like, well, who's going to spend $2,400 to get started? And I'm like, everybody. I think, like everybody, because, you got a big dream, you got to, you've got to start big. You have to really go there. And so I really just try to help people reframe their thinking immediately. It's like, you only think that, you're the only person who thinks that. Think about it. Like, I'm like, if it's just an idea and you can tweak that idea, you can think differently like that. In a moment, you can go from thinking that everybody is struggling and that nobody has the money to start at high levels. You can shift that idea right away to, it is so much abundance here. I mean, they're printing money out of thin air. You know what I mean? It's like the money is not even backed by anything. They're printing out of thin air. There is tons of money out here, guys. There are people out here who have so much money, and guess what? They want more of it, right? So listen, people have the money. They're looking for something. They're looking for you. They're looking for the promised land. We have it here. And so that's just keep remembering that, saying your mantras in the morning, just reminding yourself that people are looking for me. People want to join. They're looking for Impact 101. What a blessing. I'm a leader. I'm able to share this with people. Like, people have jobs, 2 jobs, 3 jobs that they want to get rid of, but they have money to join at the top, So all of those things, just change your thinking and trust me and watch it happen. It just happens so quickly.
All right. Love it. Love your passion, Nicole. Gee, I don't know what's going to happen when you really get excited out there. That's awesome.
I know. I can't wait.
Thanks for sharing so much, Nicole. It meant a lot to a lot of people. You bet.
Thank you.
Let's shoot over to the UK. We got a sharp-dressed man over there that's building a huge global team and a nice shaved head here this morning just for the call. Colin Simmons, what's got you fired up and how are you making this thing happen?
Hiya, Frank. Can you hear me first of all?
You betcha.
Oh, John. Yeah, hi everybody. It's Colin Simmons from Birmingham, United Kingdom. What's got me fired up? Well, firstly, my background is I've had over 30 years experience of multi-level marketing. Now that has been it's been very good and it's been very bad. Crowdfunding came my way only 5 months ago, and it's been a real eye-opener. And I took it back to the basics of how I've actually succeeded so far. And when I look at it is that we now have a platform or a situation that has all the tools. So the question is, why does it work for one person? Why is it maybe not working for another person? The only variable is the person. So you've got to look at what you did the last week. If things aren't going as fast as you want, look at what did you do last week. How many people did you share this phenomenal platform with? If it's 1 or 2 people, there's your answer. If I was to ask Rebecca or Nicole how many people they shared it with last week, I bet they wouldn't even know it'd be that many. So there's a clue as to the difference. So the thing is, I'm trying to get across on the training side of things here, is you can't keep this a secret. We have, no matter how good the tools are, if you don't share it with anybody, nothing's going to happen. A big tip we've heard today, and it's something that I actually do every single day, private message people. Both ladies have said the same thing. You can see that's the theme. You tweak somebody's interest. You find out what they're doing. Like they ask them a question, what do you do? They will happily tell you. And they will say to you, what do you do? And then you say, whatever. I have something absolutely fantastic, but I can't even explain it. I've got a video that will tell you better than I can. They're going to want to see the video. It's a 3-minute, now we have a 3-minute powerful sizzle video. So that's the process. You show them that video. If they see that 3-minute video and they don't want to know more, great. They've saved me some time. But if they do want to know more, straight onto the 3 Grids to Freedom video. It's all there for them to see. So that's the process. It's all about how many people do you actually talk to about Impact 101. If you're not talking to enough, talk to more. How do you talk to them? Connect with people either on social media or face-to-face. It makes no difference. It's still the same thing. It's still a conversation. It is all about a conversation. The more conversations you have, the more results you're going to get. So just to say it again, the conversation is, what do you do for a living? How are you doing what you're doing? Would you like more money than you got now? It's just a conversation. The more times you do that, they're going to say, this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And what do you do? There you go. There's your in. That's where you'd copy and paste Rebecca's post maybe, or you tweak it slightly for yourself, depending on who you're talking to. But that's your way in. So the more you do that every single day, the better your results are going to be. Remember, we are 10 weeks old. As it says on the video, there are many, many people already receiving over 5 figures. I'm one of them. And I'm just 10 weeks old. So it's a phenomenal position that we are all in. You cannot keep this a secret. You've got to share this with as many people as you can consistently. You can't just go one week, then stop and think, well, what's going on? You've got to keep going, keep going, keep going. If somebody says no, that's also fine. They will come back to me later when somebody else tells them. They go, oh, hang on, Colin was doing that. Let me go and call Colin, see how he's doing that. And then they go, damn, I should have started before. That's what happens, and it happens a lot. So that's really what I've been doing over the last 10 weeks. So it's really all about private messaging people. I will post general posts on Facebook just to tweak their interest, which is what Nicole said. You tweak people's interest. I do that all day long. They will message me and say, Colin, what are you talking about? What's going on? And then I send them a video. Very, very simple. There you go, John. I do try and keep it as simple as possible. Just one more thing I will say. This is a simple business. It's also simple not to do. So you've got to look in the mirror and say, well, have I done enough of what I want to do? If not, then change it. Just do more of it. It's quantity. There you go.
That's it, Colin. It's just doing simple things and doing a lot of them. It's exactly that. Get the interest, get them to the 3-minute video, find out if they're a like-minded person like we are. That's it. There is no more to it. If they're a like-minded person, you can't keep them out of this with a stick. If they are not a like-minded person, you can drag them kicking and screaming in. So that's exactly it. Now, last question for you, Colin. How many grids are you in and why?
On day one, I started in 5 grids, and I'm currently on 6 grids right now. So that's the 1,200 grid. Now, obviously, I'm just building that up as the whole team starts to grow. Everybody's working their way through. So I can see the massive difference being in the higher grids. It's very, very simple. So my message is action. Action is the message I want to get across to everybody. If you're sitting back waiting for somebody else to do it, nothing will happen. Don't keep it a secret. Keep talking about it every single day, and the results will come. It doesn't matter if somebody says no either. You are sorting constantly. There you go.
Perfect. I want to let everybody know that Colin and also Duncan from the UK are 2 of our top presenters in Impact 101. They do live weekly webinars, a couple of them per week. This coming week, we're going to be posting their schedule on the Impact 101 website so that everybody can plug in with that. We're also going to be posting recordings of their webinars on our Impact 101 site because it's all about a team effort, and these guys are phenomenal. So it's going to be another great resource that everybody can use. So thanks for sharing today, Colin. We appreciate it. Our last speaker of the day, we're going to head off to Calgary, Alberta, just up the road from me. We're going to hear from my business partner, good buddy, Joe Muhammad. Joe, are you there?
I am, John. Can you hear me okay?
You betcha. Joe, what's got you fired up and keeping you up at night with Impact 101?
Well, I think we all know what the answer to that question, but I'll tell you guys something. I mean, I've been doing this for quite a few years in this kind of marketing anyways. And one thing about crowdfunding, and you guys have to understand this is a major global shift. This is something that right now we're just we're months in. We're 10 weeks in. Crowdfunding's been around a long time, but this model is brand new to the world. And this is the crazy part about this, is that no one's heard about this. And when Colin, Nicole, with Rebecca, with all the leaders going out, just contact people, just talk to people. Believe me, I'm telling you guys this. Everyone's going to know about this, and they're either going to be in your platform, somebody else's platform. I mean, that's the question. That's the question you have to ask yourself. And when when we're out there talking to people, the only thing we're doing, we're sorting people. Nicole couldn't have said it better, because that's totally my attitude. People always ask me, what's this about? I don't tell them anything. They get mad at me. I'm like, I'm not telling you anything because I'm not the expert. I'm going to let the tools do the work for me, because what I do is I sort. I don't convince, I don't sell, and I don't do anything like that but sort. I just send people to the information. I let the professionals do the presentation for me. And I'll tell you two reasons why I do this. Number one is that if they think that you're going to be doing all the explaining, they're going to think they're going to have to do the same exact thing. But if you actually send them to the information and they see how easy it was to send somebody to the information, they're going to say, you know what, I can do this. The only reason people don't join you or don't want to be part of you is because they think they can't do it. They have to believe they can do it. There's not a soul on this earth that doesn't want to make money or better themselves or have a cause for anything. Everybody needs something. We're human beings. Everybody needs something. So remember that. So the reason I don't say anything is because I want them to understand from my level, for them to know exactly what I do, and then for them to believe that they can do it. And then I ask them, I say, could you do what I just did? They go, yeah, absolutely. Well, this is it. That's all we do. And then, at first when you're getting started, of course, you're going to use me for a three-way call. We've got many leaders. I'll answer your questions, but that's it. Or get on one of our Zoom calls. We've got many Zoom calls that you guys can jump on, get your questions answered, but that's it. That's number one thing. The other thing I'm going to tell you guys is this, is that when we talk about timing is everything. When we say 10 weeks old, listen to that 3-minute that 3-minute call that John just put together. I'll tell you guys what, this did not happen because Impact 101. This happened because of you guys. You guys made this, you guys created the story for the company. You guys came into this and you guys, bought into it 10 weeks ago. And here we've got such a story. I mean, 10 weeks, 132 countries. I mean, it's incredible. I listen to the call. I'm like, I get shivers. I'm like, wow, this is incredible. And this is just 10 weeks old. Where do you think we're going to be in 2 more months from now or 5 months from now? This is the thing you have to ask yourself. Stick with it. Contact people and have fun with it. Sort. That's all you got to think about, is just, you're just going to sort out people. That's it. And have fun with it. It's a blast. It is a lot of fun. John, anything else you want me to share?
Yeah, I've got one question for you, Joe. It's the popular question of the day. How many donation grids are you in and why?
Well, this is a really good question. I'm in all the grids, all 8. And the reason being is because is that when I'm talking to somebody, and they're getting ready to get started, they're always going to ask me what grids are you in? I mean, I'm sure you guys get that question all the time. If I say, well, I'm only in the 1 grid, what are they going to do? They're going to do what you do. If you demonstrate that you're confident and you came into all the grids and this is the deal that this is the program that you're doing, this is the activity that you're doing, they're gonna follow what you do. And they may not go into all 8 grids, but believe me, they'll come into at least 3-4 grids, knowing that, wow, Joe's the guy that I want to work with. And that's the whole thing. And I'm not saying anything about anybody else. If that's all they can come in as 1 grid or 2 grid, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that you want to be a leader. Leaders kind of set the sail for everybody else, and people will follow you. Like I said, we're so new at this right now. We're so new. I mean, 10 weeks is nothing. There's companies been around 20 years and they still haven't hit momentum. We're 10 weeks old and we're hitting momentum. It's incredible. So yeah, it's all about your example. They're going to follow what you do. They're going to feel your confidence. And you ask yourself this question. There's people out there that go, you know, I'm doing this, I'm contacting people, but what kind of energy do you have? What kind of passion do you have? Are you in one grid, only one grid? They say, yeah, I'm only in one grid. Well, how exciting is that? And again, I'm not trying to knock anybody off their horse. I'm just saying, if somebody called me up and say, hey, Joe, I got this thing, you know, it's a $40, you make a $20 donation. And again, this is for me. I'm a big thinker. I want big donations, and I want my people to make big donations. Just like Colin said, he's one of the guys with 5 figures in 10 months. That's huge. That's what gets me excited. So again, you got to really step up. Take a chance, step up. You'll see you'll see everything else change, because people will feel your confidence. Confidence is everything. People really can sense the energy that you're portraying to them. Are you really all in, or are you in it kind of tippy-toeing into this? You want to be all in, and believe me, people, everything changes in your life when you're all in. Nicole said it. I mean, all of our leaders that are on the call right now are all in. I mean, they're in 5, 6, 7 grids, maybe not all 8, but that's still pretty big. That's huge, you know? So those are the biggest things for me, John. So yeah, so I'm in all grids. And when I talk to people, that's what I tell them. I said, listen, you want to do this in a big way. You want to really create some money for your cause. This is the way to do it. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it, Joe. I mean, what we found, you put the exact same effort into finding people, sorting people, putting them through the system, getting them started, regardless of whether you're in 1 grid or 8 grids or 7 grids or 6 grids. The only difference is you have 6, 7, or 8 donation streams versus 1. The effort is exactly the same. Everything we do is exactly the same. You know, it just makes sense. So if you can't be in the higher grids to begin, work your way up there and help your people do the same. We're here all about helping you create the most amount of donations that you and your team can, because then it just gets easier and easier from there. So with that, I'd like to thank all of our speakers today. We're going to turn off the recording here in a minute just to keep that tight, and then we're going to take some of the questions and answers. So we appreciate all of our speakers being on the phone here today. Let's have some fun out there. Let's think global. Let's use the system, and let's impact some people. So with that, we're going to wrap up the call. We'll take some Q&As here shortly.